All right, Aries. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Nine of Wands reversed. So this is a beautiful energy because this is talking about really not being stressed out about anything anymore. Okay, when this is upright, you're kind of stressed out, you put a lot on your plate, a lot of activities going on. And in terms of love life, maybe kind of dating a lot of people or afraid to date a lot of people or afraid to start dating again. And if you're in a committed relationship, there was a lot kind of going on in your relationship that caused you to feel a little stressed out. So this is reversed. So what this is talking about when this is reversed is it means that you're not stressed out anymore. You're not barricading yourself off with activities. You're just open, free, honest, kind of excited to move forward with respect to your love life and relationship. So that is a beautiful energy to take into, I'll put this up here, take into September, through September. Now, coming from your past, we have the Three of Wands reversed. And what this is talking about is the need and the acknowledgement that there is more that you can do in your love life, in your relationship. Okay? Even if you're single, even if you're in a long-term committed bond. When this is upright, it means that there's not much more you can do. You've done everything. You're waiting for your ships to come in. But reversed, there is more you can do. Okay? You're kind of looking at your situation in your love life and you're realizing that, hey, I'm not dating anybody. I need to start dating somebody. I should go out and meet somebody. It's time to meet somebody. What can you do? Go on dates, right? If you're in a committed bond and things are needing some repair work or a discussion needs to take place, this is telling you that you have, or you had, this is in your past, you had the power to make adjustments as necessary and start those conversations. Now, your central energy for September is the Ace of Cups. So this is gorgeous, right? Because this is talking about the fact that you are going to have a new phase in your love life or a brand new love. It's going to make you feel beautiful and loved and cared for, and you're going to want to do nothing but the same to your potential partner or your partner. Okay? Your cup is overflowing with emotions. You're feeling the love. You're giving the love. This is a beautiful primary card for you in September. And actually, Aries, based on your astrology, you're going to be focusing a lot on yourself and your health and wellness. And when you do that, it kind of, and I talk about this a lot in my private readings, but it brings back that vibration or that frequency to yourself, so you're not projecting so much onto the other person. You're not pushing energy onto the other person. You're pulling that energy into you, especially when you're focusing on health and fitness. And by doing that, it changes your frequency into something that's centered around yourself. And when you do that, it brings other people's vibrations and other people's frequencies to you. So it is of no surprise that there could be a brand new love on the horizon for you. Could be a little crazy though. This person could be a little too overzealous. Okay, this is somebody that is very excited. They're not thinking clearly. Even though swords, air energies, usually are very logical, very analytical, they tend to think very clearly before they act. With this energy, he's acting without thinking. So despite all the work you're doing, even though there's a new love on the horizon, kind of take it slow. If you're new to dating or getting back out there in the dating field or you're just meeting people, kind of be a little cautious and take things slowly, because this other person or somebody is going to be a little overzealous. So that can be good and bad. And this is in your challenge or your benefit position. So just be a little cautious of that. Keep things at bay and move things at your own tempo. Don't get into one of those instant relationships. Okay? If you're in a committed relationship, your partner might be going through things because we're still coming off of that solar eclipse energy. There's a lot of planets starting to go direct starting at the end of August. Mercury is going direct the 4th, 5th, 6th of September, and it's going to be changing a lot of energy. So just be patient with your partner if you're in a long-term committed bond. Focus on yourself, which is really what you're going to be doing, Aries, this month. the foundation is the Nine of Swords reversed. So if you've been coming out of a heartbreak or a long-term relationship or a big stressful period that you've had with your partner, that energy, that worry, that stress, it's going to be dissipating in September, Aries. You're going to start feeling the weight lift from your thoughts, the anxiety-ridden rabbit hole spinning thoughts that we can get ourselves into. That's going to be dissipating, and you're going to feel like you're in a much more emotionally healthy place to start inviting in love. And that's exactly what this is. And also from your past, with respect to quote unquote, there is more you can do. There is, and there was, and there still is. And part of that is releasing this toxic energy, releasing these sleepless nights, and taking care of your body and taking care of yourself and eating healthy and getting enough sleep, drinking enough water. And I know that sounds very basic and cliche. And I say this a lot in my private readings because some of this stuff is basic, it is cliche, but when our minds are spinning with turmoil and toxicity from arguments and relationships and control, and also all the positive cloud nine stuff that we have in love, we tend to forget about ourselves and focus on the other person. So with this energy, Aries, that you have in September, to really focus on yourself and your health and your wellness, it's no surprise that this will be happening. Okay? There is healing that still needs to be done. And I know, Aries, a lot of you, based on private readings that I've done, a lot of you have been going through some really interesting, tough, and frustrating times with your love, in your love life, and with your partners and partnerships. And so there may still be healing that needs to be done. This is what's crowning your September. And that's okay, because you are in the process of doing all of that as we move into September. That's what this is about. That's what this new love is about. This isn't just a new love coming into your life and everything's hunky-dory and everything's fixed again. And no, there's constant work that we have to do on ourselves. But in doing that, it allows the doors to open for new love to enter. Maybe a little too fast. So be a little conscientious of that, but welcome it at the same time. All of a sudden, if we look at your near future, Aries, all of a sudden we're going to have doors opening and new people coming into our lives, new opportunities with our current partners. You may be juggling a lot with work. You may be juggling a lot with side projects and friendships, and a lot of activity is going to be going on because all these planets are starting to go direct, which I'll talk about in my extended reading. But there's a lot going on, and so it's going to be opening a lot of doors. And Aries, you're a fire sign, and you love to just add more onto your plate, because you can handle it. You're one of the few signs, the fire signs really, are the ones that can handle that continued added stress and make sense of it, make organization out of it, and consciously move through it in a beneficial way for everyone. So this, again, is no surprise that this is in your future. You may be dating multiple people. You may be trying to narrow things down. You may be trying to spend a little bit more time with your current loved one if you're in a long-term bond. And in doing so, you're trying to, but there's still other stuff that's been going on. There's still a lot of things that are happening in your life. This needs to be reversed. I just realized this was reversed. So add that stuff on your plate, Aries. Get busy. That's what you do best. Get busy. Make sense of it all. Everybody else can handle it. Don't worry so much about what other people are doing and what other people are thinking. And yes, we have to worry about our partners, and we have to worry about our love life and spending enough time with them and all that stuff. Yes, but take care of yourself first. Take care of yourself first. That's general information. We already know that. Now, how you feel about your love life, Aries, or your love situation or your partner. We have the Justice card. So you are wanting to balance the scales, or you are working to balance the scales, or you feel that they are balanced. There is clarity here. Again, this card represents Libra, It doesn't mean you're in a relationship with a Libra, but it may. But the air energies are clear thinkers. They think, they analyze. And in doing so, Libras tend to always be weighing pros and cons. They're always trying to balance out the energy. They're trying to balance out the fairness, balance out the justness of a situation. And so either you feel that things are finally just and fair in your love life. Maybe you are in a relationship now finally where you're actually getting as much as you're giving in terms of love and attention and time and space. And so you're finally feeling like this is a good relationship where there is equality and there is fairness. Your partner, they are enamored, maybe a little too much so, but they are enamored with you, Aries, and they see a long-term future with you. They see security, they see love and abundance, they see emotional and material safety and comfort. This is a very big card for you, Aries, especially the ones that have been having a lot of issues and stress in your love life over the last few months or few years. It's as if you're finally meeting someone where you feel actually that you are an equal partner in the relationship. You know how people always say, they're my partner in crime, or I want to find a partner in crime. You know, it's not about the crime, but you want somebody that has your back and somebody that you feel like you want to have their back, somebody that's not going to let you down. And I feel here with these dynamics, even though the Ten of Pentacles and the Justice card are so different in their energies, I feel though that from your perspective and your partner's perspective, that this is a very good match. You've been missing this equality. You've been missing this fair treatment. And maybe because you've been missing this, you've been putting up boundaries and actually been really working to take care of yourself. That's what September is all about for you, Aries, taking care of yourself. And because of that, you've put up boundaries in a good way, so you're not a doormat for somebody, or you don't get taken advantage of, or you don't get lied to. You're a little bit more keen and a little bit more aware of the injustices that can happen in long-term relationships, in love. It's not just love is beautiful and everyone loves each other. No, there are people that really will hurt you and they really don't care about you, and you've experienced this. And I've had a lot of private readings with Aries that have been having these types of questions and feeling these types of injustices in their love life. And now I feel this reading is showing that this new love or potential new love is giving you this energy, this feeling of fairness and equal treatment. You're actually feeling like you're actually a partner to somebody. And they are enamored with you. They see a long-term future with you. Your hopes and fears, though, is the Hierophant reversed. This is not a hope. This is a fear. Because you've been to this place before, Aries, where you feel like everything's great. You feel like they're going to be your partner for life, or you feel like your long-term partner is finally coming around and everything is going to be good now moving forward. You've been to this hopeful place before. And it seems, Aries, that when you're here in this safe place, that's when things start breaking down. So you're afraid of this traditional type of commitment. You're afraid of this acknowledging that this can be long-term and it can be safe and it can be legalized in terms of a marriage, or it can have the form of a idealized structure of a real union and a real partnership. You're afraid of that because of what has happened in the past, even with your current partner. But just know that this is definitely a fear. If you're looking at this in terms of a hope, you're actually hoping that this is going to be some sort of non-traditional type of relationship, maybe something where there wouldn't be a marriage, or you don't want children, or you don't want to live together, but you still want to be together. You're hopeful, if you're looking at this as a hope, which I don't think many of you are, but if you are, you're excited that this could be something that is a little bit non-traditional. and you're looking forward to that. Seven of Cups as the outcome. This isn't fully solidified. They may be a little overzealous. There may be a lot of love and a lot of cloud nine energy going on. Yes, we see that. There may be a lot of hopes and fears that we have about the future, but we're taking things slowly if you're in a long-term relationship. Okay? Are you trusting your partner? Are you really going to spend a lot of time working to trust them? Are you going to give it a lot of time to see if what they're acting like and what they're saying is real, in fact? If you're dating, maybe you want to keep your options open. Maybe you're not ready to completely get overzealous and settle down with somebody yet. You might be just really wanting to take things slow because of this place that you've been coming to. It can definitely go to that relationship and that commitment stance place very quickly. But I think you're going to be managing that a little bit more on your end in an effort to take care of yourself and protect yourself. Okay, remember that we're talking about advice and guidance. This isn't what is happening or what is going to happen. This is merely advice and guidance. So what we're talking about here with this clarity is before Ace of Cups, before getting overzealous, they already are. This person you're dating or seeing or your partner, they are overzealous. They're loving you to the moon and back, for real. They want a future with you. They may already have one, but they're in love with you again. Really in love. So you're coming from this place of understanding that there is more that you can do. There's always more we can do, really, but you're coming from this place of self-preservation, emotional protection, your own emotions, and kind of this place of mistrust. And so what you're doing here, this advice is to make sure that you do have clarity that you're seeking before jumping to conclusions. Because we all know that through time, once the relationship is extremely safe, once promises are made, once there is talks of future, once there are solid actions towards a future and safety, emotional safety, we all have had relationships that all of a sudden there's this screeching halt placed on the safety and emotional well-being of the relationship, because all of a sudden sometimes we find out that there's some sneaky behavior. As advice, these two cards are meaning, they're not saying that this is happening. They're not saying this at all. This is just saying, take it slow, get the clarity and confirmation that you need to ensure that this is not going to be happening. Keep your barriers up, take care of yourself first before relying on somebody else's words and half-witted actions. And then the Five of Swords reversed is talking about that if you can do this in your love life in September, we will have a win-win situation. This person, even though they're a little overzealous, maybe a little crazy about you, they do have true honest intentions here. You're taking things slow. You're keeping your options open. Even if you're with a long-term partner, you're not believing 100% just yet until you can verify that this is solid, that they are trustworthy, that they won't lie to your face. Once you can validate and verify this, then it will be a win-win situation. So high-level advice and guidance. Watch your back. Protect yourself, protect your emotions, take care of yourself, and then we can see a win-win situation.